And that's what.
100% or polygamy with the right practice. You have man sleeping on their woman's couch. The woman, the one that goes to work. The woman, the one that takes care of all the bills. Right? And then he's still trying to check the next woman. That don't make no sense.
You know what you've done there? Here's
No, I'm not. I'm for it. I'm a pro-polygamist.
No, but here's what it is. These men are doing it. Even though white people trying to form these men to become their husbands.
Back again.
In this current time, that
Yes,
means
brother.
that there are less good men for the wealth of women out there. Because that actually is the pushing the necessity of polygamy. If a woman wants to say
all the good men should have more than one wife.
That's what I was trying to say earlier.
I've seen this before. I think like, if there's a truth for good men, and not everyone ticks those boxes, then it makes sense to do that. If you don't want to get a man doing what you're saying.
It does logically speaking. But I'm saying in reality, like all that means that because my problem is this, and I know you'll agree with this, is that too many times brothers are trying to convince sisters to accept polygamy, right? Brothers are not holding other brothers to a standard of manhood that would inspire that sensibility. You know what I'm saying? So we're not having it so to me, the conversation should be more among us. Right? But not more time. I'm seeing too many conversations where my man was saying, yeah man, you see, you lot and your Western mentality, talking to the old man them. Like we ain't got Western mentality. Right? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's nonsense.
100. There's a certain masjid somewhere in London, I'm not gonna mention. But them brothers there, the elders, they are known.
Right.
That when they get married to the they treat them pretty much like high-class escorts.
Right.
Like, and then drop them into peace. And then divorce. And a woman might all have a baby there and stuff. But she's abandoned and then her value in the eyes of the community becomes lower because now she's got kids and that.
Yeah, so that's not something like we can't co-sign it.
In any sense. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying, but the brothers are silent. They should be speaking.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
They should be.
That's what I'm saying.
These men should be like blacklisted in the community.
This is what I'm trying to say. Right now, I'm saying that this comes my initial statement, in terms of one, the sense of I'm saying, understand the manhood. There's something I said before. But there was something else I said before that's leaving my head at the moment. The oppression thing.
Right?
Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, to me, that is an oppressive dynamic, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that man can't facilitate that in the name of being polygamous and saving the black race and saving the African nation. But we're facilitating.
Yo, people, make sure you hit the like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate you taking the time to tune in. You don't know. Trying to bring you unbiased content. I'm going to find the flash on there somehow and get right back in there. Is M-Stacks arrested or not? I'm not sure. Big up Iceland. I don't know if I'm debating today, ads. We'll see what happens. See how it goes. Big up Easy E, you don't know. Maki was around, I'll find him in a minute. Gonna get this flash on. See what happens. Big up everyone in the chat, you don't know already. Unite the people of Britain, open debate. Love, don't know. Irish Flame, you already know. You've been there from the beginning. Jeff Walker, Sarah Smith, Ala Moon. Then Jeff Walker, Sarah Smith, Ala Moon God. Tony, Ads, Addy, Super Tintin, Foodie. Got a bit hairy in there, but you know they weren't really up to much. Love, blessings, all of that. We're gonna get back in there. I'm gonna put the thingy on. I'm gonna put the flash on. Let me get the flash on. Someone wanted to talk to me, and we'll carry on. Give me 1 second. 1 sec, yeah, bro. Bang.
You ready, my bro?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool. Yeah, so
got my brother here. He wanted to ask me a few questions. Young.
What's happening, my bro?
Muslim brother or Muslim brother wanted to ask me some questions.
Yeah. So obviously I've seen a few videos, right? And there's a lot of accusations about yourself, and it's like, okay, this guy Black Van Man, right?
Yeah.
They say, oh, he supports the far right, etc. Whatever it is, right? So I just clarify my your position in it, so I just understand it, and then hopefully we can go from there.
Yeah. What I wanted to do, I saw Tommy Robinson getting a lot of support by that people you would perceive as the far right. So I looked at it and was worried. I've got 3 mixed race children growing up in this country, multicultural society that we're living in, and all that. So I was worried about it. So I done a couple of reviews on it. Funny, I'm 41 years old, so it's not really my thing about being in. I was genuinely concerned about it. I was like, oh, so is Tommy Robinson racist? Let me get you on as well. You might as well come a bit closer. Is Tommy Robinson racist, or is it Tommy Robinson not racist? And then done a EDL March review where it said, oh, he said Muslims, and he didn't say Asians. He should have just said Asians. Oh, I've got a problem with him saying Muslims. You get me?
I'd say I'm one of those people as well.
All right, cool. So I was one of those people until loads of people got in the chat and said to me, a Japanese person who was Asian, we are 0.0% of the grooming gangs. What's going on? How dare you say Asians? How dare you? And other people, Hindu people, there's other people that were pissed off. Yeah, they were pissed off because they were Asian, and they were saying no, it's a Muslim problem. Do you understand? So that's why they said. And I looked at the numbers and stuff, and for me to say Asian is doing a disrespect to anybody who's Japanese or Asian. Do you understand?
I see. Okay, cool, interesting, because it's about the grooming gang scandal, right, and the statistics that came up that were released, because like that's the thing, there's different sources, right, and like some of the sources are saying that the majority wasn't coming from Bangladeshi, but it was coming from like an East Asian. But then again, like I can't actually say that with confidence that was the case, right? But that's the thing, right? There's a lot of uncertainty on, you know, which I guess nationality is responsible for the grooming gangs. Do you understand? There's a lot of grey area. So I think just to say it's a Muslim thing, it's a Muslim issue, the grooming gang is a Muslim issue, is not fair, because there's not enough evidence to say conclusively to say, oh, it's a South Asian phenomenon.
Right, now what?
It's a East Asian phenomenon. Do you get what I mean, my bro?
If you was to go nationally, I'm sure there's loads of white paedophile gangs where people are, there's paedophile catchers or whatever, catching them on Facebook, and they're not catching very many Muslim people. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's loads of other people in the country catching people that are not Muslim. Paedophiles, and exposing their gangs and saying that that's a grooming gang and stuff. What I believe that people have got a problem with in this country is that the Muslim paedophile gangs are not being exposed, and it's being kept on the hush.
Why are you saying Muslim?
I'm saying Muslim because I was explaining. I thought it should be said. Do you want to come on camera? No, you don't want to come on camera. Yeah, we just already said that point. Yeah, we just said that. We just clarified that point. Yeah. Where was I? Sorry.
Saying the white paedophile catchers, and then
they catch. But what I believe the problem is with the English people, they've got a problem with the Muslim grooming gangs being not being exposed. They feel like they're not being exposed to how they should be exposed, and they believe that the Muslim community are not calling them out as much as what they should. This is what I believe, my perception of it.
Okay. Alright, I see. I mean, to be honest with you, this is the thing, right? This is this is mad contradictions, right? Because it's like they're not being called out on it, right? Because they're Muslim, but at the end of the day, these Muslims have to refer to a scripture, and that scripture says you can't do this, you can't, groom, or you can't have alcohol, you can't have all of these things. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like
the common denominator. It shouldn't be Islam.
It shouldn't be, because when, for example, when these far right people had these concerns, it's why aren't there no Muslims, other Muslims doing it?
These are all the questions I asked myself as well. On the way to doing it.
It doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, like if they were sincerely Muslims, they would have to refer to a scripture, and if that scripture says you can't drink alcohol, you can't do this, then that goes against these concerns that white people have and say, oh, it's why there's no one else doing it, because the scripture explicitly says you can't do that. So for me, that's something that's like a. I think that argument can be like nipped in the bud.
Shall I tell you what they're coming? Shall I tell you what I believe that English people? I've got a problem with certain questions not being answered. It seems like the questions are not being answered properly.
Fair enough.
The common question that you would say is a far right. A lot of people would say is a far right line of questioning. I believe that it's just a lot of people that are not Muslim are concerned about those questions. And you being a Muslim yourself, do you see the age of Aisha? Does it matter to you? Or how old was she? Can you clarify for me? Because there's loads of different people going around saying different things like 6, 9, 18. Can you clarify for me the age?
Of course. From what I know, I can't say this with 100% confidence because I do need to review.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Right? The hadiths and stuff like that. But from what I understand and from what's been commonly said in this park, right, from a lot of knowledgeable, well-learned Muslims in this park, right, they tend to they are of the opinion that Aisha was 6 years old and then consumed at 9. That's from what is said.
Yeah.
From the more, like I say, more learned people in this
I respect you for standing on your square and actually saying it, because it sounds like something really difficult to say.
It is a tough question, but at the end of the day, I'm proud of my religion. I'm proud that I'm Muslim, and I understand that kind of line of questioning is something that I guess there's a stigma attached to that question. Do you know?
I respect you for being.
And people say people are ready to kind of. There's a lot of people who don't have that, who have the outside knowledge of Islam, that are determined to misunderstand, that are determined to stigmatize anyone who comes up with any kind of answer towards those type of questions. But for me, it's like, okay, this is my religion. This religion has helped me through difficult times. I'm proud of my religion, and there's, I don't have no problem.
Right now, you see that. First and foremost, I want to thank you.
No problem.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
27. You're a young man to me, yes. I've been coming down here a long time, and I've been asking more or less the same kind of question, and you're the first person who's come and said a straight answer to me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I've got to commend you on that.
No problem.
I've got to commend you on that out the gate. The second question, what I wanted to ask you is, if we say that he married Aisha at 6 and consummated at 9, do you still agree that Muhammad is the perfect human being to follow in his example?
I mean, I would understand, like, from your perception and other people who are non-Muslim. They would be like, oh, okay, well, especially with the framework of this society and how, there's this, I guess, the way laws are implemented and how people are labelled as pedophiles, whatever. Some people I've obviously heard it in the park that people will say those sort of things. But for me, it's like, I would see him as a perfect Muslim. For me, I would see him as perfect because
still doing that.
I mean, I think it's more. I think, to be honest with you, as well, on another issue, I would.
If you say that sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm going to let you have your shot.
I think it's it's very simplistic. I think to kind of throw that kind of question and then ask me if he's a perfect.
I
think there's a lot more.
Do you think it's like a setup kind of thing? I don't mean to do it.
I do think it's.
I'm going to put it to you that I don't even mean it. So this is how I've learned to do it. This is how I've learned to do it.
I see, because it's.
I'll be real with you.
No problem, because it's something that it's not just you, my bro. It's other people as well in the far right. I've heard it in this park. They asked this question. And they've already got this intention where they're determined to judge. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know. Of
course, I know. But I'm saying, like, what was the question? I think to be honest with you, there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of mystery that I don't really know about. I don't know this, because at the end of the day, this was a revelation that was revealed 1,400 years ago. I don't know the civilization at that specific period in time. I don't know how the humans were, the development of humans at that period in time. So there's a lot of mystery to that period. You know what I'm saying? But I like to give the benefit of the doubt, and this is the kind of the reason a lot of people say, they tend to say, okay, even though 6 years old is a child now, or 9 years old is a child now, 1,400 years ago, a 6-year-old or a 9-year-old was a lot more mature than they were now. Do you understand? And that's the rationale most people get. But yeah, I get it.
I would say from your point of view, you would have to say something.
I guess
you have to make some. You have to try and say something to rationalize it.
Yeah,
otherwise, it's irrational in your brain living in 2019. So I can understand that. Do you understand?
Yeah, of course. It's tough.
I just want to respect you. I just want to say I'll bring maximum respect out to you for you answering the question straight and giving me a direct answer. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And I know that a lot of people, right? This is the truth, right?
Yeah.
From what I've seen. When these questions are asked, we could have a 20 minute length video, right? And that question could be asked. And that's the only thing that's captured on video. And then it's titled and be like, he supports blah blah blah, and they don't even want to understand.
It's just all live. I'm not going to cut up anything.
No, I know. But I'm just like saying that's something that I don't know. It's just,
can you see that somebody, if somebody says that Muhammad is the perfect, he's still the perfect example of a human being, and he done that in 2000.
Where you get coming from, yeah.
Do you understand? Do you understand how some people are going to be worried about that ideology coming into this country?
I get it. There's a limited information, but then again, this is why I have to believe in it. There's a lot of mystery.
You have to believe
in that period. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's something that I choose to believe as well.
Yeah.
So it's something that I choose to believe as well. So yeah, I can understand and the perspective other people have, non-Muslims have, that are against Muslims. I'll be like, your prophet is that, you married this is what the scripture says, so you guys are all like that and all like this, whatever it is, whatever kind of labels. But I don't know, man. I just know myself, and I can say that,
would you choose?
I'm a normal person,
listen. See, you as a normal person and a normal moral man in 2019 is an important question, You say you see Muhammad as being the perfect example. The perfect example.
I'm still reading more about the Prophet.
You see that he would you just refrain from certain things that you would just disagree with and say I'm not going to get it with a 9-year-old, I'm not going to get with a thing? Would you be just totally against that, or would you be like, because Prophet Muhammad done it, then it's all right for me to do it? No, I was wanting to clarify it for himself, innit? Yeah.
Do you think as a Muslim, are you like a bit fed up of answering those times?
It's the same question as what people are pissed off about.
But to be honest with you, I'll be honest with you.
You answered it the straightest way for me what I've ever heard in my life.
It's cool. Let me just say, those kind of questions, right? I'll be honest. I was very much determined to avoid those questions because I was afraid of judgment myself, innit? And I was like, okay, I don't want to ask these questions because these people have come with the intention to stigmatize me. Do you know what I mean? So it's I don't want to get involved in it. Do you know what I mean? Ruin any kind of credibility for myself, because it's you can't win in any situation. If I say no, then if I say no, it's not okay. Then it's I
know you're bound by certain things to say. Certain things.
I feel like some of the Muslims are gonna come and attack me. Then it gets the people that don't like Muslims are gonna come and attack me, right? So I was like, I don't want to get involved in these.
Regardless.
For me, I just feel like now, I just feel like what I ain't got nothing to be afraid of. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real, and whether I disagree or not is, to be honest with you, I don't consider myself that important. If I agree or disagree, I don't know. If there's certain objectionable things, right, that certain people may have about the religion or whatever it is, it's whether I agree with it or not, it's not. I don't know. I don't have that.
Can I just say one thing? Let me come away from those sticky questions. So we can end it on a nice, a more positive kind of thing. Do you believe that Islam, or not even Islam, because a lot of people are against the ideology in this country of Islam. Do you believe yourself as a do you believe that you yourself as a Muslim, can live in this country without you hurting anybody or anybody hurting anybody without any threat?
I definitely believe that. I definitely believe
Totally integrated. You believe that you could?
I believe that as a Muslim. I myself was born in this country. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I call this my second home. Do you know
Yeah.
This is the country that I was born in.
Yeah.
It provided me with healthcare, free education, whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So there's a degree of debt that I owe to this country.
Hold on a sec.
Yeah. You're done though.
What are we talking about? The folder? You making a presentation?
Not yet.
There's a degree of debt.
you're right.
Let me finish. Can I just finish my point, bro? There's a degree of debt I owe to this country, right? Do you understand? And you know, like I said, I can go on and say that, you know, my parents, you know, they were refugees here. They accepted them in. So for me, it's like I'm not gonna go out there and, you know, I guess like, you know, I don't know. Just,
do you think this country is a good country? Do you think that this country is a good?
Yeah, I think this country is a good country.
Yeah. Like out of every country in Europe, would you think that where would you think this country ranks to be like born and not an indigenous person? I don't see myself as indigenous to this country as like an Anglo-Saxon. Is there any other country in Europe that you'd rather be born?
I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't traveled around Europe. Look, to be honest, my travels are limited in Europe, right? I've only been to maybe, I think, one destination. I haven't traveled a lot.
Yeah.
Fair, right? But look, man, I haven't, like, me growing up in this country, I haven't experienced racism. Do you understand?
That's a really important statement.
I really haven't, like, to be honest. And there's a lot of black people that have, right? Yeah, I never. And obviously, for those reasons, they might have had this kind of different experience, but also this negative attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this country. But for me, I haven't had that. I haven't
never experienced racism.
Not really. No, I haven't experienced direct racism. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're this and that and that. So
big respect, man.
For me, it's like I don't have a problem. I don't see things in kind of a race kind of paradigm, right?
Yeah.
But no, like in terms of integration, I don't have a problem. Like I don't see color. Like for me, it's like okay, I have my faith. I'm a religion. I'm a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Whatever kind of background you're from is the background you're from. It. I accept you for who you are. If you accept me for who I am, that's great. If not, then no problem. I still keep moving on, and that's what
you want to say sign, yeah? That's my attitude.
Oh yeah, no.
Is it alright if we talk off?
Thank you. Well, let me just say thank you for chatting to me. I enjoy chatting to you as well. Like, maximum respect. Don't ever get it twisted.
Don't twist it. Don't ask something very quick, my brother.
Yes, you can.
I was asking the Ed regarding Aisha and all of that.
Yeah.
Now we focus on something that happened nearly 1,400 years ago. Yeah? Why don't we focus what's happening now? If you look at in America, USA, 12 years old in some states still getting married now. Why don't I go trying to stop that rather than focusing on something that...
I'm just saying that what the people of this country are pissed off about.
Yeah.
You always people...
I think...
Because I live it.
I think it's correct though.
You don't want to come on the camera. You don't want to come on the camera.
Okay,
But I think there is a section of this country that's pissed off about that stuff.
Yeah, of course there is.
My point is, I think it's unfair.
that they can check in
My thing
America,
is,
12 years
I think
old,
it's it places an unfair
What are they talking
burden
about in
on
England right now? They're talking about England.
I think it places an unfair burden on like an average Muslim to explain that. So the person that's just going to uni just wants to get a normal job and do normal things.
All right, I
think it places
understand.
an
All right,
unfair burden on them.
I totally agree with you. Who should I go to answer those questions?
So I think just do Google research. You know.
No, but if I want to talk to somebody, if I'm sick of looking at a computer and I'm saying I'm sick of what's going on in the country, and I want to speak to a Muslim authoritarian, who do I go to?
Authoritarian, you mean like a Muslim authority, like anyone? So in those circumstances, just talk to a normal Muslim.
Yeah, well, it's easy for a normal Muslim to deflect and just be like, and he didn't deflect. This guy here didn't deflect. This is why I give him so much respect. In the fact of,
that's the thing. I don't agree that normal Muslims are deflecting. It's just they're just normal people. They're just getting on with their lives.
I know, but if I haven't got,
you think about it, like to come up to someone, just go, Aisha was 9 and the man was effectively implied that he's a pedophile. It's a very probing question.
Yeah.
And I think it just places an unfair burden on
that person.
Yeah, on the average
Muslim,
who's probably not a theologian in Islam.
Yeah.
Probably just the average Muslim.
I totally agree with you. Who should I go to? Who should I go and speak to then?
So I'll just say any good like religious education studies, GCSEs or something like that. I think you can do that. I think.
Is it all right? You see that you see that if you watch a lot about speaker's corner, you see like Uncle. You know, Uncle with the beard and that. Omar. You see, he's a charismatic man. He makes me laugh and stuff. Yeah. Is he a good person to go to?
Probably not.
Probably not. See, but
I say definitely not.
Definitely not. Probably definitely not.
when he speaks like he speaks Quran authentic. And why would you say that he's not? Why would you say that he's not the person to go to?
I mean, mixed with a bullet, it's just a nutter, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think like you have to remember, like from the average Muslim, you're gonna get that kind of simplistic answer. It's a nutter because they're not involved in the theology and stuff.
I understand.
So that's my point. Like, it's like it places it like, for example, just places an unfair burden on the average Muslim to like, let me Google Islam now. What does Islam say about that and all that? You know
But as a Muslim, do you think that you should have some of that responsibility? So that's your armor. When somebody comes to you and they ask you those, you know the questions what they're gonna ask you.
I don't think so.
You know what they're gonna ask you.
I think it's equal responsibility.
If you're ready for them, you can just be like, yeah, what? Hold that. But if he seems like, I don't mind at all.
Let me do this. No, I see your question. But to be honest with you, for me, it's like, okay, whatever. Like a lot. Again, those questions. Look, those questions are difficult questions to ask, right? They're difficult questions. They're difficult questions to be asked. Right. And for me, my only worry was the stigma, right? And I just felt like, I don't know, man. I just felt like the stigma was just coming from certain groups of people, not everyone. It's only coming from a small group of people who just, they're just not tolerant enough of other faiths and other races and other religions. And I just thought, you know what, I don't really care, man. They can think what they want. Probably those that are watching here, there's probably a lot of good, decent people that are watching here and think, okay, cool, no problem. Some may not feel that same way, and it's just, for me, it's like, you know what, I'm done with the headache, man. I don't care. If they want to think that way, they can think that way.
Do you feel like because there's a lot of other religions that come here and it seems like they assimilate and integrate?
No, but you can't blame the actions of few on one.
Just let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
I forgot what I was going to say. It's all good. Yeah, man, it's all good. I enjoy speaking to you, bro.
Of course, my bro.
Don't ever get it twisted. You're welcome to come and ask me questions.
No problem, my bro.
Anytime. You get me? Because you stood on your square and you answered your thing. Can I ask you another question personally?
Go ahead.
Wait, let me turn that back round.
Go ahead, my bro. Go ahead. The reason I want another question.
Do you still think I'm far right?
No. I feel like you answered well, right? Obviously, you had these concerns, and from what I understood from what you said, right, it's like you're going out there to investigate, of course, concerns for your children. Do you know what I'm saying? You have concerns for your children, and this is just like not just from what I heard from you now, but also previous videos as well. Yeah. So I have seen a couple of your videos, right? Not on your channel, but on COE.
Yeah.
But
still, thank you for watching.
You said that obviously Tommy Robinson's got a lot of views, got a lot of following, and he's got the potential to influence a lot of people. Do you know
Definitely,
what I'm saying?
100%.
And there's a lot of word going your way that this guy's a racist, blah blah blah. You want to go as a result. You want to go out on these marches and have a look and see for yourself, literally, because you're concerned for your children.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like for me, like I don't consider that far right. Do you know what I'm saying? But there is a question I do want to ask, my bro. If those concerns are legitimate and all of that, but do you support the far right? Having not known,
of course I don't support the far right. Now another question I'd like to ask you quickly: do you consider all Tommy Robinson supporters far right?
Nah, because I don't really know them. I don't really know them. But I do feel like Tommy Robinson's definitely a far right guy, and I've seen his content. I've seen quite a lot of his videos, right? Especially last year, not so much this year. I forget that, right? Because now I've established what he's all about. But last year, what was I saying? Yeah, Tommy Robinson's definitely a far right guy, and I feel like he's got a twisted agenda in the sense that he's trying to, from my perspective, or from my opinion, sorry, he's trying to influence people in a negative way. So certain people have concerns about immigration or whatever it is, and he's twisting it in a way to try and create this threat. These Muslims or these people are taking over whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like him and Danny Tomo and all of these guys, I feel like for me, I feel like from what I believe, I think that they're not sincere. They're not. I feel like they're definitely not sincere. I feel like they've got kind of a racist agenda. This is what I believe, and that's what I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, I wanted to ask you, Black Van Man. Wait 1 second. I just want to thank this guy again for about the 5th time for chatting tonight. I really enjoyed that chat. Respect, man. Cool. Go to.
Yeah, so I just wanted to elaborate on a question.
What's the name of your thing again? Let me give you a little plug. What is it again?
Somali Speakers.
Somali Speakers. Like, comment, and subscribe to Somali Speakers.
You just
big up
with my other guy Abdulghani, and we just wanted to ask you, what was your initial intake on what just occurred right now?
On what?
On just in Speakers Corner today. How do you feel like how it's been? How it's been your experience?
Yeah, I had a good day today. It weren't too confrontational. They had a little bit of a skirmish going on. I had to record it, innit? You know what I mean? But nothing to do with me personally. I enjoyed it. I enjoy hearing loads of people getting good dialogue from people. Just like I spoke to the young brother there as well. Got a good piece of dialogue with him. That's what I enjoy doing, talking to the youth there. You get me? Of course. That's what it's about.
Just wonder, so how's your experience of how's it been so far for you, Black Van Man, Speakers Corner?
Well, it's been a roller coaster. You already know.
No.
Personally, obviously, you, as in life, you get a lot of friends, and you lose. Some people come, some people go in your life. That's just life, that's the way it is. But it's a journey and it's a blessing. It's a blessing to be here.
Okay. Very nice. Black Van Man.
Don't know. Black Van Man, my guy. What's the name of the channel again? I've already subscribed.
Somali Speakers.
Somali Speakers. I'm gonna keep that logged in my brain. Big up.
Make sure you
Subscribe to Somali Speakers.
Inshallah, Khalid and Abdulghani.
Come on.
Best people in the park.
Come on.
Subscribe to them, inshallah. This is Avalon speaking. Peace.
All right, peace up, people. Love. Respect, man. Come on, man. Right, let me get this flash on. Right, have a little mooch about again. Yeah, I'm gonna come with you then, man. Just walk around, see what anybody. Oh, this guy here, I need to record him, you know. This man here. Sorry, brother.
Yeah, he's taking over. He's not doing as good as his brother.
No, it's not about, because you don't want to get spiritual, so I'm going to stay on the level.
It's not that I don't want to.
No, you don't, brother, you don't want to get spiritual, so I can't go deep in the scripture because
I want to.
You don't agree with the scripture, so I'm going to stay on your level as well.
More evidence.
Because knowledge have level.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to
Bless up everyone in the chat. Respect, man.
There's milk, there's meat. So I'm not going to be giving you meat when you can't eat, when you can hardly swallow the milk.
You said there's something spiritual. So can you tell me, can you demonstrate it to me?
So that's why I'm asking you. You believe there's matter, right? And I want you to demonstrate. If you can demonstrate, I will demonstrate mine.
I asked you first.
No, he's telling me. He's the one telling me. It's not me.
So we have
instruments. No, he's the one giving me the understanding.
How do you understand that?
There you go. That's the one you need to.
It's the molecules that are made up. And can detect that through
Instruments. Okay, you need the instrument to
instruments because they're very small, they're microscopic, and we have electron microscopes.
So that's faith. So you're talking about faith.
It's not faith.
Okay, so you're talking about belief. You're talking about you believe that it doesn't exist because you said it earlier. It's on camera. So a belief is a faith.
No.
Okay, go into the dictionary and no. Go into the dictionary and give me a synonym. Give me synonyms of belief. Belief is a faith. So if you have faith that matter exists,
Confidence.
fine. I have confidence that the spirit doesn't exist as well. Just because you can't see.
Demonstrate.
So until you demonstrate your matter, then I will come to demonstrate mine.
I'm asking you.
I can demonstrate mine
You're
through
throwing it back
faith.
at me.
Many of them were talking about God. They're German. And they're explaining that people who understand better
I
than
should have
me.
been looking at it.
You take a picture. I'm not looking at it. We're just letting
Ask your
So I wonder, why do we need to go into this? Yeah. So this is why I'm doing the same thing with the Bible. Yeah.
You do it a lot.
Yeah. This is exactly the same thing. Now you're showing me something written by a man. No. I asked you for a proof, and you came up with something that's written by a man, right? Like the Bible, right? Yeah. So
Let's see what else is going on, can
do you believe in this? He doesn't know what he wants to do. He jumps ship every single time. And this is what Christians have to deal with. So what's important is we must not play someone else's game when it's coming to scripture. If they take the position that they only want to be in the Old Testament or only certain books, good luck to them. But if you're going to have a conversation with me, I'm going to give you a fuller picture. So I'm going to show you to satisfy your curiosity what it is you want to see in the Old Testament, and then I'm going to fulfill it with the New Testament, because the New Testament is a fulfillment of the Old Testament. And this is what Christians must be careful of down here.
What happened to your battery down?
Also, let me say very briefly,
Your battery down?
Nah.
Shit, had enough. Just done it.
I've got a few videos on there anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just keep on putting in that work, bro. I'm telling you. Pay off, man.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you. Yo, pick up everybody.
Chee! What about my brother? Go on, my brother. There. What is it? Not TNT, TNS, not Titans. Soko, that's the one. Soko. Big up Soko. Like, share, and subscribe to Soko, man. One of the veterans down in Speaker's Corner. Respect, man.
Yo, you saw me with it. I didn't know you rated him. Because I've been saying to him for weeks, I want to talk about Mohammed. Why didn't you want to talk about Mohammed?
Hey, hello, mate. Where's your glasses? Well, you ain't got the glasses today. Where's the glasses, bro? Get the glasses on, man. Get in the debate. I'm waiting for you, though, brother. Where the glasses, man? There's the glasses. There he is. Are you going to shake my hand this week? Hey, come here. I'm looking for you, bro. You're not going to shake my hand this week?
I'm an Indian. You say, man, I love heckling, but I don't love the camera.
Yeah, innit? Always heckling in the corner. You give me joke, man. You don't want to shake my hand either.
So, allows the woman to actually move into something to your better, saying that this is something that's going to make you better, right? And that's one of the challenges we face as a people, to actually put your own certain needs and wants to the side for someone else. So that's why I said that I would start with, I've demonstrated I can live this reality. And hopefully, any person talking about me is going to go, this guy has been dedicated to someone else's needs outside of himself. Yeah? And that's how I live. Yeah? So, if I have one request, that's what it is. Yeah? It's not much. When you add up all the finances, that's what I'm asking for. Yeah. But I think, I don't know if you've got a few you can talk to anything like that, but I'm always happy to talk to men or women about how to have a relationship, to talk about these concepts.
I was going to say, so in the Islamic community, there is a...
Sorry, brothers.
Actually, somebody said
air out what are the fears from both sides, and what is that, what things can be put in place to make it really viable in the future. 100%. One of the things is holding the men to a level, to a standard of manhood, which we're not currently standing.
You're right. You're right.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
And that's why what I'm saying here is I'm trying to say to that, I'm trying to tell us men, like, I've already started, innit? How are you going to prove this woman? Tell her, if I don't meet these girls, leave me. I'm not good enough. Literally, give yourself that chance. You know, if I flop, this beautiful woman's gone. You know what I mean? So this is how I live anyway.
That's deep, because you have to, it's true, like, you have to gauge it. Your relationship, if you're stagnant or there's no benefit being brought, why is it that you're staying? Is it because out of comfort? Now, a lot of people are in places out of that it would be difficult to move on, and you've got to ask yourself, should you know, it's like that 9 to 5, should I stay in the 9 to 5 or leave and start my own business kind of thing? And it's the risk of, or the fear of losing that constant salary will drive you into that dead-end job that's you're not happy. But I'm saying you can break off and bust, and your life would be so much better.
In retrospect, when you look back. So I think maybe what we can do, maybe to help this conversation, is invite the women to have this conversation, because this is a very male perspective on it, and have them, and hopefully maybe that video could be used of both sides to help start a conversation if that's what you But like I said, you don't lead with lust. Right? Yeah, you don't lead with lust. Yeah? And you ask yourself, how can I improve this woman who you love? Life. That's it. And be dedicated.
Trust me, listen, the last thing, it will end up in your downfall.
Of course.
Definitely a few suspect things said today.
Let's be real, yeah?
Definitely a few suspect things said today.
The peak of the enjoyment might last about 30 seconds. Then after that, your intellect returns back to you. I'm telling you, cuz, when the blood is run to certain parts, yeah, certain things look appealing that are not appealing. And then the blood gone, and then khalas now, you're in some trouble now.
What? Well, I'm not. Well, sorry, I'm not getting involved. I ain't getting involved.
With the right mentality, because obviously relationships do involve that element of the community. It's about what you lead with. But if you lead with the right thing, the rest of that vibes will come in. You'll be able to enjoy all that other stuff.
That's the point, innit?
Right, you know what I'm saying? That comes with the vibe.
It comes, innit? You don't lead with it, innit? You know what I mean? It comes, you don't lead with it.
Leon, is this another conversation happening? Leon, is this thing happening again? This thing boy thing. Yeah. I'm not in it, so you can eat. I did, you know that. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm not doing it now. I've got a job in it.
Oh, yeah, so end of big meeting. Ladies, it'd be good if you come down and start this conversation, because obviously we don't like it will be male orientated. And anything you guys want to throw in? So, now there's a quick thing you can skip for like a few things, right?
We don't convert.
A couple months ago, we spoke about a code unit spend, right? We've already got the black unit.
Islam,
Systematically shop in certain places. Now, we've got a committee.
It's Arabic, isn't Arabic Arab religion? I mean Arab text.
If you know who the Quraysh
or you speak Arabic.
Who's the mother of the Arabs? Hajar, innit? Hagar. Where was she from? Ethiopia, Sudan.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the Quran's in Arabic, innit?
Now, well, yeah, you can say that, but
there's not a black version in a black language.
Arabic comes from Syriac, from a language called Syriac. Syriac is another language.
Yeah. All right. So you see when the angel Jibril spoke to Muhammad, when he was in the cave. Didn't he speak to him in Arabic?
Yeah. But Arabic comes from Syriac. You understand what Syriac is?
Okay. I need to do a bit more research. I'm definitely not going to... I definitely weren't going to debate you on something I didn't know either, bruv. Don't get it twisted.
No, but I'm just saying, like, a comment like that, like, I've seen that comment so many times where people will say, why do black people convert to Christianity knowing what happened? Or why do black people convert to Islam? And there's someone that's, follows my culture. I'm not either Christian or Muslim. I always say
Hebrew Israelite.
No, I'm not either. I'm just a traditionalist. But what I'm saying is that black people have got every right because they started these systems. They were at the foundation of these systems. If you find out who Hagar is, the mother of the Arabs, the people that actually started this, the people that are fighting the wrong, it's us. So we have every right to be a part of these things. And we shouldn't. There's this feeling of if you're black and you're Muslim, you're not really black. No. It's a part of our thing. You can be black and Muslim. You can be black and be Christian and still be black. Of course.
Yeah.
But we love separating ourselves.
You can be black and an atheist if you want, can't you?
If you want.
Yeah.
If you want, you can do your thing.
Yeah.
But watch out for the
be
hangout.
African and atheist. That's another. That's another one.
Where was you born? What? Tell me. What I got, Annie?
We've got a co-unity spend going on, Black Man.
Co-unity, what?
Co-unity spend. So what we're going to do, is that we're going to be putting together, compiling a list of black businesses across London to start with, and then across the UK and that.
Yeah.
And we're going to arrange days for black people to just go and spend
all
money
people to go.
For black people.
Why just black people?
Well, if anybody wants to come, they can
Don't you want? Listen, the pound. Listen.
Immediately.
I'm jumping on it straight away. Go on. It sounded like a good idea until you said you're only black people are invited.
Anybody can come and spend their money.
Yeah.
But the point is that we are aiming our target market is the black community spending money with black businesses.
Right, I agree. Right, I'm coming. Right, when is this?
Stay tuned.
When is it? All right, I'm coming. First and foremost,
let them submit. Go
Listen, my mum's got a hot pepper sauce, yeah? My mum's got a hot pepper sauce. Takes out hot pepper sauce, a hot pepper sauce is bad.
Is your website?
No, don't worry, I'm not plugging nothing.
Bring it next week, we'll buy it.
Bring the hot pepper sauce next week.
Can't we just do businesses for everybody and everybody can come and
No.
You're gonna lose money.
No. Anybody can come in it.
Anyone can spend their
If you're not black and you hear about this thing and you want to go spend money with this business, no one is stopping you from doing that.
Yeah.
What we're saying is
You're welcoming everyone.
No, we're not welcoming everyone. if you're not black, listen, you know what I'm saying? We're not excluding anybody from spending. The only thing that's exclusive is the fact that the businesses will be black businesses.
All right, cool,
that's exclusive, right? But we're targeting. We're targeting
other businesses.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, no beg, no friend. But we're targeting the black community. Because we're trying to develop a sensibility among our community to support the businesses that are built by people in our community.
I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Listen, I agree with that thing as well.
Yeah, that. You got our camera here.
Everyone's invited. Everyone's invited. Come, bring your friends. Whatever they be. No, everyone's invited. Black man says. Black man says.
Yeah, there's no invitations going out. But if you come, if you want to eat rice and peas, come and eat rice and peas. But we're not inviting you. That's what I'm saying. It's not an invitation thing. But you can come. We're not going to run you. We're not going to lock the door in it.
We're going to run you out.
Right, yeah, but it's not an invitation thing.
See what I'm saying, man? That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Love and blessings to all.
So you can get crash if you want. You can get crash.
Love and blessings to all.
Yeah, you can get crash if you want.
Love and blessings.
It's like the wedding. You're not invited. But if you come, we're not going to knock you here and play. You know what I'm saying?
Give your money black friend and send them.
Right, see that?
Let me ask you a question.
So all the white people there, all the white people there,
Go into 100 questions.
all the white people there, find a black friend and give them a 20, a 10,
and bring them here.
£100,
Send them here.
and send them.
Send them.
You're welcome because you said you're not invited.
No. I'm saying to them, he's not welcome. Find their black friend in it, and give them £100. Give them £200, yeah. And tell them, no, give them £200 and say, listen, yeah. I've seen the light. Imagine that. Preparation is a good thing, yeah. So as a part of preparation, and £200, they got to spend money with the black business.
Right, Shakara.
Yeah.
Educated, very educated man. Do you believe that you deserve a proportion of those reparations?
A proportion. Reparations to me is not an individual thing. So to say I deserve a proportion, I'm not really concerned with my cup. I'm concerned with like the community.
So would you want what? Tell me how much.
So reparations, it's not about money, innit? It's not about how much. Reparations is more than that. So one of the things that I'd love to happen.
Yeah, tell me, man.
Right, for example, is for all the artifacts in the British Museum
to be returned.
That are of African origin to be returned to where they come from.
Black Van Man agrees with that.
Right, so that's one of the reparations.
I agree.
Yeah, Black Man agrees. Yeah,
I agree with that.
Are you feel me? I need a witness. You know, in Islam, you need a witness.
I don't know who you don't think I am. I don't know what you think I am.
I'm just making it clear.
That's common sense. That's just common sense.
I'm saying it might be to your benefit that they get down that you agree in it. So that's what I'm saying.
No, I agree with that. No, see what I'm saying.
Also, I'd say, so for example, the crown jewels.
Yeah, I was saying
to whatever extent they come from the continent. Crown jewels. Robbery.
All right, listen. I know that they came from Africa. I'll have to do some more research. I'll definitely do some more research.
And then, for example, the City of London, like a lot of the guilds in the City of London, you know the City of London, technically speaking,
you want everything.
Yeah,
listen. We need that tech in as well. We need that.
Yeah, all that. But you know the City of London, technically speaking, a separate state, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got its own. Right. It's all everything, right? So, but a lot of the guilds in the City of London were built because they were expropriating resources from Africa.
Let me use my brain. Sorry.
Right. So, for example, you see like when you see resources like iron, and gold, and you see coats of arms with lions and these kinds of things on them, and some of them were doing ivory and all that kind. It's because they were getting them from Africa, So there's a lot of wealth, that these people have amassed here based upon colonization.
But the guilds ain't worth nothing, are they? What you can see on the street, are they?
The City of London is worth.
You can't take the City of London, can you?
But the point is that they've got a level of wealth that is amassed from the exploitation of African resources. Yeah,
not just Africa, from all over.
No, I agree, but I don't.
No, but ain't everywhere it exploited everywhere.
I don't disagree in this thing. I don't disagree with reparations for anybody who deserves it. Yeah, so if the Indian deserves reparations, make him get his reparations, my G. I'm not going to fight him on that. But you're asking about reparations for African people, innit? So I'm saying that. But my point is that there is still wealth here that these people are hoarding, yeah, from what they've stolen, right? So they should return it. One second. There's also the fact that after slavery, yeah, the slave owners in this country, yeah, the people that own plantations in the Caribbean, they were given reparations, to the tune of 20 million at that time, after 1807, yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I know you don't, right? But I'm saying that the money, that those people got, yeah, like in terms of them living off of that wealth, yeah, that money only ran out in 2015. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying that people were living off reparations for losing property after slavery from 1807. They gave slaves. Right, yeah. They gave the money for it. The government gave the money for it. Yeah. So from 1807 to 2015, there was wealth in this country that was amassed and generated, yeah, for that length of time, 1807 to 2015. So I'm saying at least that amount, yeah, right. That amount definitely should be returned to the people, to the colonies that were controlled by Britain, and that upon which Britain owned plantations and them kind of things there.
It's just for inflation as well.
Just for inflation, yeah, definitely.
Just so you know.
Absolutely. So if we're talking about money now, when I say all that, because money is one aspect of reparations. There's also restitution. Yeah. There's also guarantees of non-repetition. Yeah. There's also like stop what you're doing right now. Yeah. Come out. You know what I'm saying? So like, you see like what's happening with France. Yeah. Come out. See what's happening with France and how France have got countries still paying them. You know what I'm saying? After colonization, that needs to stop. Yeah, and then France needs to pay them back their money. But don't you? Right? You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
That governments are taking the piss in Africa.
Yeah.
With some of the monetary things, what they're doing with the economy and stuff like that. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
But what I went to go and do and went to go and see was the people.
Right.
Which is a difference.
Don't you think
that?
No, it's not.
Don't you think? Wait. Don't you think, yeah, that it will be beneficial to you, yeah? You see, like when you're going against things what are going wrong in the black community, and stuff. Don't you think that it will be beneficial for you to differentiate between the system and the actual people?
Yeah,
well, we've done so.
I don't think that you've done it enough. I don't think that it's done to
I'll tell you why it don't make sense.
People are confused. It seems like
I'll tell you why it don't make sense.
What could we do, yeah, to make the people, the lay people, then feel that it's not them that we're targeting them? We always say it's the systems, it's the elite, it's the governments of those countries. What more can you say to them people to let them know it's not the lay? Like, listen, Jordan M. Yeah, I don't want to be I've got a white friend kind of guy. But he is someone that I find to me he's my brother.
Yeah, he's Muslim, isn't he?
Yeah, he's my brother. So and
is anyone that's not Muslim and not black, can they be your brother as well? Can someone who's white be your brother?
Obviously his brother Dean, but if I've got lots of friends that I've had in the past, that I consider friends.
What about your brother? Your brother, innit?
I don't have any brothers right now.
Just like how you got brother through religion, can you have a brother who's not through religion?
Yeah, I could have, but I don't currently have one. That's what I'm saying.
Currently have one. All right, cool. Yeah, I understand.
I could have a white brother that looks out for me, that I look out for him, but I don't have that right now. But that's not the point. Here, we're not saying dissolve your relationships with white people. No one's advocating for that.
Yeah. Or no, black love all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So
if I see one love.
No, black love.
Yeah, one love, man. I like one love, man.
Bro, I
like one love, you know. Integrated, black love. Heavily integrated.
I'll help her see the woman.
One love, one nation.
Across the road, regardless of what colour she is. That's that. I'm saying, we're not saying we're not decent people. We're just saying we have a specific agenda that we're trying to achieve.
And I'll add to that, yeah. There's a brother by the name of David Olusoga, yeah. he's a historian and kind of things. He's got a documentary, came on BBC, I think it was, called Britain's Forgotten Slave Owners. Right? And he goes in on this compensation that they got, after slavery and that, and we're talking about like ordinary Britons. Like we're not talking about just like aristocracy or we're talking about ordinary
lay people.
Ordinary, like especially like ordinary white men and women. You know what I'm saying? And he went into the records of who got this money in it, right? And he's saying that you'd be surprised to know that some of these people are just ordinary like lay people and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying we can't divorce necessarily. Like it was the government that gave them the compensation. That's a fact. But we can't divorce. We can't negate like that aspect of the thing as well.
Some people thinking,
right?
Would you say it's a majority or a minority of people that benefit from it?
To me, it don't matter, right? You know why?
It should.
Let me explain why. You see that most of the plantations that were owned in the Americas, they weren't owned by the aristocracy and the government. They were owned by ordinary like Scots and Irish and British, who wanted to get a leg up and move up in society. That's the reality. You know what I'm saying? So we can't just make it. We can't just say
you look like you're smiling inside.
I'm always smiling inside. I'm an African. I'm smiling constantly. I'm smiling constantly.
We want to start the conversation from those who were enslaved, those who were enslaved. Does that make sense? So our duty is to fix the people who were enslaved, the legacy of that, right? So we go for the most mistreated. So that community is what we're aiming for. So we don't necessarily need to talk about the enslavers, but the people who benefit from the enslavement. Do you know what I mean? That's why. Like it's hard.
That's a good point.
It's hard for you to figure how white supremacy works. That it's so powerful that when black people speak about actually being oppressed and trying to fix it, the first people we have to make sure isn't offended is those who benefit from the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? And our job is to ban that narrative. Do you know what I mean?
And we can say, collectively speaking, even the layperson benefited, as a whole community from the enslavement of Africans.
Okay, so all of these people that you're saying benefited, without reparations, can't you move forward with these people?
But I'm not
these normal people that are on the street.
But that's not the point.
Let's not hang up with these people.
I'm not using my next door neighbor. I don't have a revenge and vendetta against white people. Like I'm not trying to kill as many as they kill of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to do that. Although by Mosaic law it might be just.
Don't black people kill more black people?
Say again?
Don't black people kill more black people?
That's a different subject for another time.
That's what I'm saying.
And there's a reason for that.
That's not my agenda. I have no agenda to enslave white people.
I would say that's the biggest problem.
And give them as many lashes as my sister got enslaved. No, that's not my agenda.
The reason why I thought that conversation is fallacious.
It's wrong, that's what I'm
it's
saying.
fallacious. Let me explain why. Do black people kill other black people on account of their blackness?
That's not important. That's not important.
No, they don't.
No.
Right.
I can answer the question.
Right. So I'm saying previously the mistreatment of black people by white people has been on account of their blackness, not on account of some.
I'm just I understand a nice point.
It's a specific. What I'm saying is a specific element. Now, is there a black on black crime element? Yes, there is. But I'm saying to bring that up.
It's a reality, innit?
But I'm saying to bring that up whilst we're talking about the enslavement of black people is not conducive to the conversation.
It really is. It is.
It's not
because of the numbers.
Shall I tell you why it is? Let's play dominoes, right? We're here at the moment because we recognize that there's an economic problem in the black community that we're trying to fix. And you have managed to talk about slavery and loving white people and they're not all bad and this kind of stuff, right? Why did you go there? Let us know. Let the camera know.
Why did I go where?
Why? Because we were talking about economics of how we recognize there's a challenge in our community and we want to fix it. We understand.
And I agreed with you. I said it's good, but I reckon you should just invite everybody. That's the only thing.
But what I'm saying is we're training that. So see what you're doing now. We're training black people not to do that.
Right.
Not to do what?
You know what's also funny here is that you want to invite everybody.
What are you training black people not to do?
But you're specific though when it comes to black people killing black people.
Yeah.
Something close to my heart.
I hear you. It's close to my heart.
Something close to my heart.
It's close to my heart too.
That's why. But it's a reality. What I see with my eyes.
But peep the logic though, if black people are killing black people, then it's a problem that black people need to solve.
Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah, well, I would say so.
What about the white people that's killing white people though?
Yeah, well, I agree. That's for them to solve.
No, I'm saying, why are you only talking about?
But you don't talk about that.
Okay.
So we're saying, what we're saying,
I'm black. Man, I'm saying.
Yeah. So we're saying,
I'm black.
So
that's
we're
why
saying,
I'm talking
right,
about it.
But you was also black.
And I was in the ends. I was in the ends where people are killing each other.
But you was also black when we were talking about spending money in black businesses, and your primary concern was.
No, I said make everyone. No, shall I tell you why my primary concern was why should white people should come? Because white people spend money as well.
They do. But the primary problem that we're trying to solve is about our community.
Every time we talk, bro, I'll answer the question for the camera people at home, right? Why is it that when we keep talking about black betterment, you keep trying to interject Europeans and white people? Why?
We live in a white country. We live in England.
If we decide to try to fix black economics, is that going to hurt white people?
Pardon?
Is it going to hurt white people that we're trying to fix black issues?
No, of course not.
So why do you keep bringing it up? Like, what is it?
No, I'm just saying. I totally agreed. I was like, yes, I'm on your side. Yes, I'm on your side. Yes, I'm on your side. And then you said something about are the white people invited? You said no, the white people are not invited, but they can come or give their £20 to somebody else.
Because we're saying,
that comes across horrible.
It
comes across horrible.
We need to train you how to like maybe take harsh reality.
I definitely don't need your training.
And the reason I say this is because it's like no one's saying no one can't come, but what you want us to go, camera. Europeans, come down.
No, everyone come and
we want to hug you.
We want you. No, we want to hug you.
You're not a
No, we want to hug you because you said business.
Yeah.
So business hasn't got a colour who you sell to. You want to sell to anyone.
No.
You only want to sell to black people.
That's not the selling.
There's not that many black people.
Let me demonstrate. It's training black people to think, to try to go out and look for black businesses. It's the part of the training.
I'm 100% with you.
Then that's the full step. That's a full step.
No, but I said, are white people allowed to come and spend their money? You said no.
They're allowed to come. They're just not invited.
Yeah, they're not invited.
They're not invited.
An invitation is an act.
Are they invited as the way you come across? They wouldn't want to spend their money with you.
We wouldn't mind.
I know, but you're losing business.
Doesn't matter.
So what kind of business is that then? What kind of business is that where you're just dashing it away? No, my business I sell to any man, you know. I sell to the man who I hate.
White people.
I sell to the man who I hate. I sell
personally.
I think green ain't got no colour.
I think all white people should spend their money exclusively black businesses.
Yeah, I agree.
Reparations, right? I believe that. Yeah.
They're not going to want to spend their money with you. I can promise you that.
That's fine. I'm not going out of my way to make it happen.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No. When I start selling whatever I want to sell, then I suspect that they want to spend their money.
And many of the business that we're going to talk about, that we're going to be going to, they're going to welcome. They want people to spend their money with them. They're going to welcome it. We're always saying this. We've got a program, an agenda, whereby we're trying to encourage black people to spend their money with other black people. That's what it is.
I'm on side.
That's it.
I'm on side.
That's a full stop.
I'm on side.
That's a full stop.
You see when you say that? You see when you say that? I'm on side.
Yeah, because
you see when I say
if you go offside here, it's a red card. Red card straight.
Listen. I'm on side. Yeah. All white people invited.
Offside comment. That's offside comment.
Offside.
No
goal. Disqualify that.
Look, we can laugh. Listen. We can laugh here, but there's a serious undertone to it in the fact of and seriously, wait. Just imagine if it was reversed the other way and there was white people saying no blacks allowed.
No one said that.
No, but just imagine.
No one said that.
No one said that.
I am offended.
I'm going to say to you, mate. I'm going to say to you. I'm going to put a reverse it and say to you.
Go on, mate.
Yeah. We want the black people's money.
Yeah.
But you're not invited.
That's cool.
We can shake.
I'm not offended.
I'm not offended.
But that happens anyway.
Can I put it to you? Can I put it to you that a majority of people would be, if they never called first narrative, they would be.
Right. Now,
I believe.
But I'll tell you what though.
I believe.
I'll tell you what though.
A lot of black people
I'll tell you what though.
insulted. They said,
I'll tell you what though.
We want the black people's money, but
I'll tell you
we
what
don't
though.
want.
But I'll tell you what though. I'll tell you about that.
Not invited.
I'll tell you about that.
I'll tell you. White people was mentioned this because
you brought it in. I'll tell you what though.
Yeah. We live in England.
Right. I'll tell you what.
That's why I bring it up.
If white people, were an economically disadvantaged,
I tell you why I always bring it up. Let me clarify.
If white, you know when I'd be less offended, like even less offended, if white people were an economically disadvantaged group, and they had an economic program aimed at their own community, and they said, well, if you're not white, you can come, but we're not necessarily inviting you, I'll be so not offended.
That'll be on the news though.
Yeah, it probably would
You're
be.
Your intellect as well, bro. So your intellect that thinks, and your intellect that thinks, and you're a smart person.
Bro.
But you say that to the layman, the layman black person, Yo, I reckon there'll be a problem.
Okay, they're going to interpret it different.
I think it'll be interpreted different.
No, but you know why? Because you know why though? But you know why? Because the scenario that I just gave.
We'll take your money, but
you know why? You know why? Because the scenario that I just gave doesn't exist in reality. Yeah.
What do you mean?
We don't live in a world that economically disenfranchises white people as a group of people based upon their race, history, and culture. It doesn't happen. Yeah. Now, bear in mind what I said. I didn't say that there's not disenfranchised or disadvantaged white people. I'm saying we don't live in a society that disadvantages white people based upon their race, history, and culture. Yeah. It doesn't happen. Right?
You can get if it happens, black as well, though, man. You can get any race.
Get what?
Get whatever you want, man.
Get whatever you want. So, what do you mean?
Whatever whatever.
And this is a program that is aimed at helping us to get it. At the moment, we don't have it. Okay. We can get it by your estimation. So we're saying, well, we don't have it right now. So let's try and make sure that we get it. Yeah, and I want to
say apart from everyone's invited. You're not inviting everyone.
Cool. No, we're inviting black people. But people want to come along.
But if you want to come,
business.
But you know, business hasn't got no colour though, innit? Like money hasn't got no colour.
Anybody can come spend their money.
Yeah, anyone can spend their money.
Anybody can come spend their money.
But you know when you say you're not invited.
Yeah, we're not.
It's a bad business strategy.
No, it's
move.
not. It's not.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. So this program is a good one.
All right.
Let me tell you something, brother. If I
we'll agree to disagree. We'll agree to disagree.
Before you do that, let me say, if I came on camera and said, you know what? By there, but it's black business, want everyone to come down, yeah? No one's going to take it serious, yeah? Anytime you do a kumbaya any kumbaya kind of initiative, no one takes serious.
How long ago have you patented or have you
you can use that.
Coined the word kumbayaism, you have in it?
People can use for free.
You can charge someone if they use that word.
You can own that word. That can be your word.
No, it's your word. I've never heard that word until you said it.
You're practicing really well. What I'm saying is, literally, yeah? If I came out with this kumbaya concept, people would go, this guy's boring, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we dedicate, there's a bit of edge. People like edge and they talk about conversation.
But your edge is separate.
Black Van Man's got a lot of followers though.
Yeah? Well, you can bring him down. Bring him down to spend them.
Yeah, they're invited. You're not invited.
So what we're going to do, right?
I reckon most of my followers are white.
Make a version.
Yeah.
Kumbaya spend. Do a kumbaya spend.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We will allow, I'll tell you what we'll do, yeah? We will let Black Van Man run the reparations angle for this program. Yeah, so we're going to say, no, you don't have it, but you've got the audience that can provide the reparations. So we're going to say, we're going to do a reparations deal. Yeah, right. We're gonna charge. If you say Black Van Man when you come through, yeah, we're gonna charge you 20% more.
Oh yes,
reparations tax.
Yeah, reparations tax.
Right, reparations tax.
I agree. So
I co-sign this. And we're gonna do the advert for Black Van Man's channel.
Yeah.
So all the Black Van followers, yeah, right. We're gonna say reparations tax, 20% more. So if you go like to get a shea butter and it's £5, what's 20% of £5?
See, where's the business? Come on.
£5,
£1. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So yeah. We're gonna add £1 to it. Yeah. So you spend £6 for your share butter. And the thing there.
Thank you very much.
That's a good deal. I think that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Your fans will go.
Yeah.
What's the fans saying? What's the fans saying?
Give us thumbs up if you agree with them once. Yeah.
Thumbs up if you want to pay the 20% jizya. I mean tax.
Let's get thumbs up for 25%.
Jizya, you know. You know the man ain't Islamic, man. You know the man ain't Islamic.
That's my troll. That's the troll in me. Thank you for talking to me.
And you know, bro, all jokes aside, we appreciate this conversation because
it sparks a different kind of thing. Exactly. Instead of us all kumbayaing together.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Love. Blessings to content over everything. Always. General. Don't know. Respect my general as well. What's your thing?
MJ.
Huh? MJ. Was it MJ? Big up MJ as well. Wee man as well.
Bring your mum.
This one's going to be called
so we can buy
Colour Unit.
Yeah, hey, listen, when you taste that pepper sauce, I promise you, I'm going to bring it free at first. I'm going to bring it free. That's what I'm like as well, but we'll see.
No, we want to pay. So how much does it cost?
£3.50.
Yo, Black Van Man. That man's one's called. Well, our man's one's called.
Well, I'll put the black man tax on it. I'll put the tax on. Can I put the tax on the 20% extra?
Yo,
she's black.
Our one's called co-unity spend. You can make a version. We call it Colour Unity spend. All colours.
I got you. You know everything.
The business is
everything.
The business, I believe they'll probably love your one more.
My one's gonna uplift everyone.
We love that.
You get me? But blessings to everybody. I enjoy talking to you lot.
You're gonna target black businesses.
What? Who I'm gonna sell to?
No, you're gonna buy from.
The Pepperman or whatever. It doesn't matter to me who I buy from, to be honest with you.
No, we're encouraging people to buy from black business.
Oh yeah. No, well, of course.
We make one that's more welcoming of all
Yeah.
We love that, man.
I don't believe that there's enough black businesses out there.
Yeah, for just black people.
There just need to be more black businesses out there anyway. Like, just.
Well, there's a challenge, isn't it? We can do co-unit spend, you can do the colour unit spend, and I'm sure you probably make more money, bro. I'm sure they'll all
My thing ain't even for money at the moment, man. When it's for money, I'll let you know.
It wouldn't be free, it'd be for the business, though, wouldn't it, bro? So if
the business,
if it's
yeah.
your grandma's yam shop, you're going to get hundreds of people to go and buy bare yams, isn't it?
Yeah.
They can put our one to shame, fam. We love that.
No, it's not even about.
We love losing.
You know what it is?
Does
You
your
know what it
audience
is?
eat yam, though?
You know what it is? It's not about putting. It's about each one teach one. So if I do better than you, I'll show you how I done it.
All right, bro.
You understand? So
Give us the black van, man. Give us the black van, man.
Black van, man, I ain't done it in a while. You don't know. Big up content over everything. Big up Wee Man. Big up Emmy. Big up Raven. Big up Shakara. Big up Nelson as well. Big up everybody here. You don't know already. Respect you. You don't know. Blessings to everyone in the chat as well. You don't know. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Had really good dialogue today. I think I'm going to be calling it a night now. Hey, you man are calling it a night. Everyone's calling it a night. Everyone calling it a night. Let me just shake this man's hand as well. Respect, man. Nice talking to you as well. My brother, come on, man. I didn't bring no today. You good?
I did.
Right, cool. Oh, is it? 1 second. Yes, my brother. I'll give you the fist. You're eating. 1 second, yeah? People in the chat, respect you. I want to say thank you for tuning in. Love, blessings, all of that good stuff. I think we had some good dialogue today. I'm not going to stretch it out. As you can see in the park, literally last man standing. Thank you very much. Keep up the good work. Like, comment, subscribe. When you press the X, make sure you press the like button, man. And tell your family, tell your friends if you want unbiased content. Who do you come to? BVM. Done know. Blessings, love, respect. I'm out.